So here in Bratislava. So I am just at the Urban Elephants hostel here in Bratislava. I'm about to go over to the sister hostel for some food. They're going to do like a vegan meal. Every night it's a vegan meal just to make sure everyone can eat it. That's like €5. I'm going to go over there in a minute, and then there's a pub crawl straight afterwards, basically from there to the pub crawl. So I'm going to be heading over to this sister hostel shortly. But this place is very interesting. Definitely kind of fun, proper party place as well. So I am just on a pub crawl in a bar in Bratislava. There are a load of us here, about 30 or 40, and this is the second bar. We're going all round. It's only about £2 a pint. It's a fun night, getting free shots as we go. Definitely worth checking out. So just here at the end of the night in the underground after party, I'm also here with another Adam from the UK as well. So there we go. And this is what it's like underground. I have no idea if you can hear me, but we'll deal with the audio afterwards. So here in Bratislava, there's an interesting mix in different kind of architecture. There are some beautiful buildings, such as an opera building that is in front of me. And as well as this, you also have much harsher buildings, which you can kind of see behind me. Much more of what people would expect from like the Eastern Bloc, but of course with Slovakia we are in effectively Central Europe, and you can feel that it is a mix between the East and the West, with Austrian kind of style buildings similar to the Opera House, and then the more harsher kind of Russian and Eastern Bloc buildings as well. But this is still a beautiful city as a whole. It's not what a lot of places expect, like you see on a lot of Hollywood films, where all of this part of the world is just old cars, old buildings, everything falling apart. It is certainly not that. There's a lot more to Slovakia and Bratislava than people may assume. Much like many castles you'll find across Europe, it is up a hill, so do be prepared for that if you're coming to see the castle or any of the older buildings from the city. It isn't conducive to someone that isn't necessarily steady on their feet. The steps and everything like that aren't even, so do be wary of that if you're coming here and you're thinking about that. But up here, even without the castle, of course, you can see the buildings behind me. You can see how beautiful Bratislava can be. Whether you like some of the buildings, whether you don't, whether you're a big fan of the newer stuff, which is more over here, or whether you're a fan of the older buildings, the more Western, or even the ones from darker days in their history, it is definitely a city to enjoy. And as you'll probably see from other parts of my video, it's also a city that holds both history and a lot of partying. So it may be a bit of a walk to get up here, but when you do, this is what you're seeing. It is a huge castle, and every other part around it feels very much regal and very much for the state of a castle. It's not one like you find in many places such as France and England that's been battered down or there's very little remaining. This is an impressive place to be, and as I had before, the view of the city becomes even better because now you see this. Now the entire city and far beyond it come into view, and you can see 4 miles in pretty much every direction up here. And it is a relatively touristic place, of course, as you would expect for many places like this, because just of how impressive it is and the size of it. But that doesn't mean it's not somewhere to come to. It is a very nice place. And if you're coming to Bratislava and you don't see the castle, I don't entirely know whether you've really come to Bratislava. As you can see, the grounds of the castle go on for quite a bit. We have this kind of mazed garden, and then additionally down some stairs, some more of it round this side of the castle, and inside is all opened up. It is a very, very beautiful sight, and you probably have noticed there's no one here asking you for money to come in and see it, unlike a lot of castles and a lot of tourist attractions that you'll find across Europe and further afield. So I am out again on the pub crawl. This absolutely is far more of a party city than I had originally thought. Far better than Prague. Anywhere that's said about Prague being the party city after COVID is definitely the case. So I'm out with these guys, so Wilson and Bruna. So we're out with them, and you can see behind us everyone else from the hostel as well. Definitely a good idea. If you're coming to Bratislava, look for the Urban and the Wild Elephant hostels. Today is actually a public holiday here in Slovakia, so I am just chilled out today because most things are closed. So I'm just going to have breakfast here. Really nice little place, so I'm just grabbing breakfast, and then I'll figure out what to do today, given that so many places are not open. So I'm just here at the Leisure floor. So this is a nice little place. Not really traditional, very much marketed to kind of tourists, but it's a nice place, decent prices. Just get myself a coffee before the day starts. So when you're coming out here, do make sure, because obviously sometimes on those public holidays there is nothing on, and it is a bit of a rainy day as well, so I'm just going to have a very chilled day. But the fact that there are still places like this, little nooks and crannies that you can get into, is just a testament to how good Bratislava can be, no matter what really you're looking for. So just on another night out, but we've broken away from the pack. So I'm here with some Brazilians I met at the hostel and they came out for the night out. So we've just had something to eat before we go back, because we just weren't up for the techno. But as you can tell, Bratislava is definitely one of the more party capitals that you're going to find, especially in Eastern Europe. So as you can see behind me, they're getting ready for Christmas. If we go over here, we have the tree up there as well. I am with Eleanor from hostel. I met doing that because I'm always chatting to different people from the hostel. Is, as I said, the best way of doing it when you're traveling, if you feel safe doing so. But yeah, this is just really nice. There's stuff being set up in front of me as well. They are definitely getting ready for Christmas here in Bratislava. I would definitely put it on your list of places to visit, even if you hadn't thought about it before.